my skin so gorgeous. We thank the life gorgeous. Thank the life gorgeous. I love the life gorgeous. Its torso is so tight.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Life Gorgeous. It's Craggers. It's where I share my magical life in hopes of improving your life. Drinking in moderation, don't chase the night. Let's go Timberwolves. People like when I talk about the Timberwolves. The focus groups have spoken. They like when I talk about the Timberwolves more than talking about some of my sport coats or ascots or loafers. Fan questions today. Craigers, did you watch all of the Summer League? And did you see Rob Dillingham's last game on Sunday, the 21st, which was yesterday as I record today on a Monday? Yes. So Rob Dillingham in the first 4 games was very disappointing to me. He shot 28%, and I can't handle that. People will say it's only Summer League, and I understand that, but I watched Randy Foye win the MVP and Tyus Jones, and you can shoot at least 30% in Summer League. But the good news is Mr. Dillingham had a wonderful game finally on Sunday. Shot over 60. I think he shot 60%, but he had some assists. He did have a few turnovers in the second half, but we saw what we saw at Kentucky, the offensive prowess. So now what I'm going to do is hold space and stay positive as we go into training camp in a few months that Rob Dillingham will continue to improve, and that he is, in fact, a good scorer and I think a good jump shooter. I like his form. He floats on his shot sometimes. It's a rhythm thing with him because he's shifty, but he's going to work on spot-up shooting. And I think he's actually already a pretty good spot-up shooter, but he just likes to yo-yo and get his rhythm, which is what sets him apart. He had some moves yesterday that were tremendous. So I am now a little more at peace with Rob Dillingham, hoping that he continues to improve, which of course he will. He adapts to the pro game, and the next few months he takes some protein powder, lifts weights, and gets stronger. I think someone said he wants to get up to 190. I think that will be 30 pounds more, which is a lot. But very pleased with what we saw yesterday from Rob Dillingham, so we can exhale a little bit, because I was concerned. And I'll tell you what the big concern is. The Timberwolves are now good. We're one of the top 4 teams in the NBA. We have a chance to win a championship. Not easy. There's some great teams over the years that did not win a championship. The 2 that jump out are the Steve Nash, Mike D'Antoni, Phoenix Suns, and the Rick Adelman, Chris Webber, Mike Bibby, Sacramento Kings. Did not win a championship, but they were very good teams. Very good teams. So we have a chance, and I look at it this way. The window with Anthony Edwards is much bigger than the window with Rudy Gobert and Mike Conley. So we want to go now. And I am a little concerned about the bench. I like Slow-Mo. I'm embracing Joe Ingles. Nas is great, but I really think we need to put some pressure on the rookies. TJ, Terrence Shannon Jr., and Dillingham have to contribute in their first year. And they'll, as long as they're keep improving by the end of the regular season, so that they're ready for the playoffs. Some of the people have commented, Craig, you're not being, you're dissing Nickeil Alexander-Walker. He shot 39% on threes. That was in the regular season. He shot 29% in the playoffs. And I like Naw. You know who I like more than Naw? Josh Okogie, one of my favorite Timberwolves of all time. He plays with a lot of heart. Well, we moved on from him. He's on the Suns now. I like Josh Okogie. I like Naw. I'm trying to win a championship. So I need TJ, Terrence Shannon Jr., to be better than Naw immediately. Very demanding. Very demanding. Craigers. Next question. Mr. Kilborn, I agree with you concerning Kobe Bryant. Tim Duncan's a better player, but I have Kobe as an overrated superstar. Like you, his shot selection throws me off. Why do you think people like Kobe so much? Well, he's extremely competitive, plays angry. They get seduced by that. What Kobe did that threw me off was he would get double teamed, and I've said this before, double, triple teamed, and then try to make a miraculous shot to wow the crowd. Oh my God, that's it. No one else can do that. Well, Pau Gasol is open. People are open. Move the ball. Derek Fisher's open. Hit the open man. And so he went against the fundamentals of basketball, much more so than Michael Jordan. Jordan shot 49.6%. Kobe was under 45, I believe. Right around there. Once you're below 46, I don't really care what you're shooting. It makes me, yeah, I'm a purist. So I think the people that love Kobe love his competitive nature. If he misses a game winner, he storms off the court angry, like, I'm going to make the next one. And people go, look at him, look at him. And then if LeBron misses a game winner, he walks off the court, we'll make the next one. He's not as angry. Oh, that means he's not as competitive. So I think it has to do with his intensity and competitive nature, and they get seduced by that. And you can't really talk to them. You just have to move on. It's like politics. Just fine. You love Kobe. That's great. I respect him. I have him as the second greatest two guard after Michael Jordan, ahead of D Wade. I haven't assessed that in a while because I don't know who else is out there. I haven't really thought about it. But Kobe's one of the greats of all time. I just see I see the flaws, and so do other people. Next question, and it's not basketball. We love when you talk about your happy childhood, Craigers. Do you have any stories or anecdotes? I do have a couple funny things, and I don't know if you guys relate to this. So when I was probably in 5th grade, I discovered mini bikes. Do you guys know what a mini bike is? They were really popular in Minnesota. They were little engines, little tiny motorcycles. And I really wanted one. And there was no way in the world my dad was going to get me one. So we never did. And I grew out of that stage. I just had a bicycle that was a cool bike with a banana seat and the cool handlebars and everything. Candy apple green. I think you've seen pictures of it before. But I wanted a mini bike and I dreamed about it. I thought it was so cool. When you're a kid, I think one of my neighbors had a go-kart with a little engine, and it was just like, this is exciting. I'm going to tell you another one. In Minnesota, snowmobiles. We never had a snowmobile. My dad called it an expensive toy, but I got to ride on the neighbor's snowmobile. They're Evinrude, Arctic Cat. These are the names, the brands of the snowmobiles. So I think there's a time in your childhood when you're excited by the engines, either these motor little mini bikes or snowmobiles. And I went through that stage. I will say that I've never been on a motorcycle. Thank God. I don't think I have, because I don't like the danger of it. But when I was out of college, I was in San Francisco, and my brother's girlfriend had one of those scooters. It was a red scooter, the famous brand, whatever it's called. And it was probably 4 p.m. It was kind of that late afternoon, and the end of the day approaching, and I got to ride it by myself, her scooter, up the hills of San Francisco. No helmet. This was in the late 80s. And man, was it fun. I can see where those scooters are fun. And it was freeing, and I was zipping around, and I thought about popping wheelies, but of course I'm kidding. But yeah, so now I'm very disciplined and conservative. I just drive a big black sedan or a Subaru, sometimes a Subaru Outback, not my car, Princess Cherry's car, or the Eurovan, which is kind of fun. But there was a time in my childhood where I really enjoyed the idea of a mini bike. Good question. Good childhood memory. And finally, because I'm busy over here, I'm traveling, I'm doing things. This is the fan questions. We keep them moving. Craig, we know you love Hitchcock. Right now, just rate in order your top 5. I think they said rank. Rank in order your top 5 Hitchcock movies. Okay. I can change this at any time. North by Northwest, as many of you know, that's my favorite. There was a time where I would occasionally say Vertigo. I'm putting Vertigo 2. Vertigo is more moody. Shot up in San Francisco, the great Bernard Herrmann soundtrack of most of the Hitchcock movies, if not all. Bernard Herrmann, the composer. Sometimes you have to be in the mood to watch Vertigo. It's slow moving. It's hypnotic. James Stewart is driving around San Francisco following this blonde Kim Novak. He's fascinated with her. And you hear the music. And they go up to Nob Hill. It's just, they go down to Carmel. It's just, it's a special movie. You have to be in the mood for it. Number 3, Strangers on a Train. Robert Walker, fabulous performance. One of my favorites. Strangers on a Train, number 3. 4 is Psycho, completely different kind of film for Hitchcock. Captivating. The lead actress dies, early on in the movie. Janet Leigh, iconic shower scene, really good movie. The 5th one, I'm going to surprise you. You probably haven't heard of it. You guys are young. I think it's from 1942. Hitchcock says it's one of his favorites. Shadow of a Doubt, Joseph Cotten. And as I came up with that list because I saw the question before I did the recording. I just remembered something from 1940, Rebecca. I got to put Rebecca in there. I'd put Rebecca over Shadow of a Doubt. So, but Sir Laurence Olivier, unreal Rebecca, one of my favorites. It won Movie of the Year, Academy Award, Best Picture. That was fun. It's always enjoyable to go from Kobe to Alfred Hitchcock. Really shows a lot of range from young Craigers. That's our show. We'll have a nice guest for you coming up soon. We have a lot of people clamoring to be on the Life Gorgeous. Very positive podcast. People have commented they love that I'm apolitical. I'm an apolitical icon. I don't talk about it except in my private life in this mahogany panel den with some friends. We're going to be okay. We'll see you next time. And remember, young people, I'm proud of you.
I love the Life Gorgeous. Its torso is so tight.